do hope that you get the messages that you are looking for in this video. If you are new and want to subscribe and want to have all the latest, please feel free to do so, okay? I'm going to jump right in. I have a lot of decks here, so let's begin, all right? Going to start with the Moonology. To Romance Angel, Ascension, and other decks, okay? Let's open up this reading with the first card here. Okay. Wow, this is powerful already. Okay, so the first card we have here is Conclusions Are Within Reach. Now, before I started the video, I had the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Now, since okay, so there it is, Five of Cups, excuse me. I did see this card at the bottom before I started. So on the other side, it's the Ace of Wands, and then on this side is the Five of Cups. Okay, so this does with the Justice card, Libra, following after that. So when you watch this video, it could be Libra season. We just left Libra season. So, you know, that could resonate in terms of actual time frame, or it could just be that you could have Libra in your chart, or anybody you're dealing with could also have Libra in their chart, okay? Because this is a major arcana card. So if those three examples don't resonate, just let that go, okay? Full moon, eclipse, conclusions are within reach. Okay, let's get two more here. King of Swords, yeah, okay, so feminine energy. I really feel like you are seeing people's true colors. I can't say this enough, okay? There is a illumination coming into clear view for every single one of you. You see how this person has their huge sword in front of their chest? So the way I'm interpreting this sword is like the sword of truth and light. It is the sword of illumination, okay? So this is really what I feel is happening for a lot of you, is that you are finally taking the rose-tinted glasses off of a lot of situations in your life. This even could be looking into past lives or looking into previous relationships, friendships, you know, really everything, okay? And I really feel like you're not giving excuses, is what I'm hearing, okay? For a lot of you watching this video, I feel like you're not giving people a hall pass, okay? You're no longer settling for excuses, okay? The okie doke. You're no longer letting people, I feel, control you, okay? This even could go as deep as societal norms, traditional norms, what people expect of you for, you know, how you look, how you carry yourself, what you do with your life. I feel like a lot of people are really impressed by your confidence, feminine. I feel like a lot of people could see that you are growing as a human being. You are becoming a better person in so many ways. But what Spirit is saying here is that there's been a price to pay, okay? There could have been a lot of people that had to leave your life, or that you had to leave behind, to really go for that ultimate justice, because justice is not just talking about in terms of a court case, you know, or anything like that, you know, legal. For others of you, it could mean that, okay? It could mean that you have some kind of success legally, but I feel like for others of you, it's way beyond that. It's about like a soul kind of justice on a soul level. It's about getting what's yours. It's about being treated fairly. It's about people finally respecting your boundaries, finally respecting what you want to do with your life, who you want to be. And this feels like a very fresh, new energy. I don't think that I've ever pulled cards for the feminine that seem so self-assured, okay? And it's not to sound weird, but this is different, okay? This energy is completely different than what I've seen in majority of my readings. Okay, so there could just be, maybe a change of heart, or I just really feel like somebody's true colors. Okay, I really feel like there has been a tough situation that has not been illuminated for you for a long time. Okay, there has been some kind of truth, or this is going to be the truth that you are going to be getting. So if this hasn't happened already for you, for those who are watching, then it does feel like this could be happening in the near future, where you are not sure, you are not clear about either a situation or a person. And it really feels with the justice, which is so strong here in the resemblance, King of Swords and conclusions are within reach. All these three cards right here, besides the Five of Cups, makes me feel like you're finally going to get that truth serum. Okay, you're going to have a wake-up call. You're going to finally accept things for what they are. And you're not going to try to make excuses. Okay, or you're not going to accept excuses is what I'm hearing. Okay. So there is a beautiful freedom, and I almost want to say independence, but independence can be a very controversial word, but unfortunately, but this is what I'm getting, okay? This feels like a person who is really doing what makes them happy and really living in a way that is truthful, okay? I keep hearing truth serum. Truth serum. Someone just being completely honest about how they feel, how they move, how they see a situation, how they see a person, okay? No longer waiting around, okay, for somebody else to clarify this for you. You're now going to be clarifying this for yourself. I feel like you're building up yourself spiritually. I feel like mentally, emotionally, and even physically, you are becoming stronger. You are becoming healthier. You're more clear-minded. I see that a lot of you have been, oh, this is strong here. Okay, I see a lot of you here have been praying for peace. Okay, this is a message coming through here. I see a lot of you here have been praying for peace, peace of mind, okay? For some reason, I'm getting a visual of a green heart, like the heart chakra on fire. Now, the heart chakra color is green, but it's like it's set ablaze. It's a blaze. And so what Spirit is saying is that fire is, it's cleansing your heart chakra. Okay, all the things you've been through that have caused you pain, it's made you stronger. Okay, it has. All right, if you've doubted it, don't doubt it. It definitely has made you stronger. And I'm seeing a purification here. I really am. I'm seeing a purification here where your heart is being warmed and cleansed. And it's by the divine. It's by something that has always been with you since you were birthed into this existence, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing never leaving you, never forsaking you. So you could have had people who you felt who forsaked you, okay? You felt that people, divine feminine, turned their back on you. Maybe that's why I have the Five of Cups here, feeling like people took your kindness for weakness. We've all been there, right? took your kindness for weakness, took your insight as a joke. You know, I'm hearing divine counterpart. This could have been something where you see all the cups are spilled over, but there's still 2 cups standing up. I don't know if you can see it right there. There's like a bunch of cups down here, and there's cups behind. Okay. So this is also like, I'm hearing your universal spirit guide team. I'm hearing that for somebody. Like, this is when, you know, you're turning the corner. Okay, you're turning the corner away from things that made you feel weak, made you feel low, made you feel worthless, made you feel like you had to question who you were to these people. I'm hearing to an organization. This could be work related for others of you. Okay. But what's very clear to me just from pulling these 4 cards, I mean, these 4 cards are telling me everything right now, is that you feel betrayed. You feel betrayed, or you, at some point, you did feel betrayed. And I feel like you try to keep this a secret. You try to tell people that, oh, it's nothing. Oh, you know, it was a miscommunication. It was a misunderstanding. You know, they didn't mean that, but they really did. And I feel like Spirit, a lot of times for a lot of you, will speak to you at night. This is for somebody very strongly here. Like, Spirit will speak to you at night, okay? Or you feel like you'll get a lot of downloads at night. Maybe it's before you go to bed, okay? Or if you journal, I'm seeing those of you who journal, it feels like you really get a lot of insight, maybe when you're not around a lot of people, okay? Or for those who are wanting more insight, I feel like Spirit is saying you're around too many people, and if you're around too many people, they can't get through. Okay, this is a very important message. Somebody please pay attention here who needs this. They're saying they can't give you that word, that drop of wisdom, if you're so easily influenced. That's for somebody where wherever the wind blows, you feel like you're going wherever the wind blows. What's your opinion? How do you feel? Ask yourself, how do I feel? How do you feel? You know, take the blindfold off. Okay, the Justice card, which is a very strong symbolism, still has a blindfold on. So I feel like Spirit is saying there's something that you're not seeing clearly. And instead of crying over spilt milk, what you need to do is spend some time alone. Or not necessarily alone, but spend some time in quiet contemplation or quiet meditation to really get the answers that you need, because you're not going to get it in, I'm hearing squawking. I'm hearing the word squawking, noise, chaos. You're not going to get the answer in that energy. So whatever is causing you to be in that energy, you need to remove yourself from that. Because the energy is only going to compound, you see. If you're around chaos and you feel chaotic and you feel lost and you feel confused, the energy is only going to compound. So the only way to escape that and to be victorious and to get answers is to remove yourself from that. To maybe take a step back. Okay? Taking a step back to take 3 steps forward is what I'm hearing. Not surprised with this card. Okay. Before I say this card, yeah, the underlining energy is from the pain of betrayal. That's all I want to say with that. That's what is underlining all this change, is you realizing that some people, some things you thought were in your corner were a great support to you. Could even have been habits, okay, a daily routine, things that you thought were there to have you grow. I feel like you're realizing that this was actually hurting you. I'm not saying that it's easy to accept. I'm definitely not saying that. But there's some kind of realization. There it is. There's some kind of realization, feminine, that you're Spirit is so funny. Spirit is saying watering seeds that were gonna die anyway. That's for somebody. Don't know who that's for. Nourishing a garden that was not your job to nourish. Trying to change somebody. Trying to change somebody. Only left you heartbroken. 10 of Swords. Okay, the card that came out, 10 of Swords came out. Now we have the High Priestess reverse. I'm wanting to turn it upright. I really want to turn this upright, but this is not how it came. Okay, so I'm going to ignore that for now with the World on the opposite side, because these are not cards I'm pulling. This is just the card that came out. Okay, so there needs to be some healing. There needs to be, I feel, a reckoning of wasted energy. Wasted time. That's the best way I could put it. It's needing to accept that where you're watering this garden was not your own. You were doing somebody else's job. You were accepting breadcrumbs. You were doing things that I feel Spirit tried to tell you is the wrong way. And I feel like Spirit is saying, don't act like we didn't tell you about this person. Don't act like we didn't show you who this person really is to you or is supposed to be to you. Okay, I'm also hearing Spirit say, not everything is meant to last. Maybe falling for the illusion that something was supposed to be forever and ever and ever and ever. And I guess in your case, they're saying that that was a season, because I am looking at this tree. The tree symbolism is very important here. Now, I can interpret the lights on the tree as fruit or as actual like fairy lights. It could be, I mean, this could really represent a lot of things, but the way that I'm going to interpret it is that it's like a garden. Okay, I'm seeing a garden. There's water over here, there's trees over here. So it's just symbolizing that wherever you are putting your energy was a failed investment. And I think, and I feel so strongly that Spirit is wanting you to really balance the scales here. Take off the blindfold and realize that some people that you had a lot of trust in were the wrong people. Interpret that how you will. Just the wrong advice, the wrong people, and you faced a lot of coldness, okay? You faced a lot of, I almost want to say adversity is what it feels like to me. You do still have 2 cups standing up, okay? We're going to have to look into what that means. I have to look into what that means right there. I don't know who this is for, but I keep hearing pull back your energy. Somebody is saying it on repeat, pull back your energy. Okay. I don't know who that's for. You need to recharge. You need to recharge. Okay? You're drained. And here's a reality. Okay? Here's like the real reality. If you're being told to not continue something, to not do something, and you keep doing it, and you keep meeting this person, King of Swords. I don't know who this is for you or what situation this is for you, but the King of Swords is a very cold person, a very calculated person, or energy signature. Okay, this could just be an energy signature that in this season in your life, you keep getting this, a person or thing or a job or something that's not giving to you, that's cutting you out, that is casting you out, is what I keep getting. And what I'm hearing Source say is, don't be your own worst enemy. There are certain things on this plane, in this world, that you are supposed to do. And you need to go ahead and do those things and stop putting it off. This is a lot of different messages for a lot of different people. So do keep in mind that if you want to tweak a word that I'm saying and you want to change it, you know, do that, okay? Whatever placements or whatever name, or it could be a name of a person, whatever you want to substitute for what I'm saying, okay? Feel free. So Spirit is saying very clearly in this reading, do not be your own worst enemy, okay? If you feel like you have enemies, if you feel like you had a person who hurt you, that's enough pain. You don't need more pain on top of that. You don't need to compound the pain, okay? Is what Spirit is saying. Don't be your own worst enemy here. Don't let other people make you your own worst enemy, is what they're saying. It could have been the psychological abuse, okay? Could have been so deep that, and this could be relatives as well for others of you, where they made you feel like it was your fault. Maybe you were asked to be treated a certain way. You were asked to be loved a certain way is what I'm hearing. And somebody could not accept it. Okay, there's a flag over here. There's scales over here. There's swords over here, knives over here. Sun symbolism, water. You know, water can also symbolize the purification. So this is what I'm seeing. It's almost like somebody tricked you out of loving yourself the way that you know you need to be loved. Maybe somebody made you feel like what you were going for, what you wanted, or what you desired was unattainable. Something made you feel like it was too hard to get. It was too big of a request, too big of a demand. Okay, this could have been romantic for others of you. Okay, I do feel the need to say that. Maybe somebody that you are buddied up with, partnered up with briefly, whatever the case may be, made you feel that what you were asking, what you were expecting was too high. Therefore, making you turn on yourself, making you question yourself. Okay, if that barrier, if that overarching awareness was not there, it made you turn on yourself, actually, is what I'm seeing here. It made you waste your time. It made you second guess yourself. It made you feel low. It made you feel weak. I'm hearing the word lethargic, sick, nauseous, anxiety ridden. These are all very low energy, negative, emotional experiences, okay, that attach themselves to your emotions, okay? In these situations, that's how you're gonna feel. So it's like over the years, for others of you, these things have become attached to your mind. I don't know why they're showing me so much with this tree, but it's like it's grown out of control to the point where you don't know what to do. You feel overwhelmed. You feel like there's nowhere to go. There's no one to trust. And I feel like Spirit is saying, you can trust us. If there's nobody physically on this planet that you fully believe, you can always trust God. You can always trust your higher self. You can always trust your intuition, that will not lead you astray. If it's that dire of a situation where you've just totally, lost faith in other people, at least have your own back. I just keep getting this energy of like, at least have your own back. If somebody else can't have your back, if a certain person that you wanted to have in your life isn't available, isn't doing what they need to do, at least have your own back. At least protect your own back. At least look out for yourself. It's the very least, I'm hearing them say, is the very least that you should be doing. So if you're always turning your back to care about another person or this person, whoever this is, situation, but you don't have your own back, you don't have your own best interests at heart, that's self-betrayal. That is self-betrayal. That is you sucking the life out of yourself. You not being present, not showing up for yourself. And I feel like that's where the trouble keeps happening, is when you are not paying attention to yourself. Now, this is going to be a harsh message for some people. I know that, but that's okay, because in reality, if it's a harsh message, then it's not for you, because no message that's for you should be negative. It should be enlightening. It should be a self-actualization. It should be an aha moment. Okay, it should not be something that feels like it doesn't apply. Okay, like ever. Now, for others of you, Spirit is saying that this is when you get in so-called the wrong relationship, is what I'm hearing. This is when you get in the wrong relationship, is when you abandon what you know you deserve. what you know that would make you proud of yourself, make you proud of the life you're living, is when you sacrifice your confidence, you sacrifice what you know you deserve to appease other people, to do a little song and dance for other people. And I feel like Spirit is saying, we're tired of that. We're tired of seeing you shrink yourself so small for other people. Maybe it's what you were taught in your childhood. Maybe it was something somewhere you picked up and you thought that that was normal. It's not normal. It's not normal to think that, or to feel that you need to make yourself smaller to make other people like you, or to appreciate you, or to love you. That's not love. And maybe it's gonna go as deep as you reforming the idea of what real love is for even others of you, which I think is very profound. This may change how you even see love. This may change a lot for you. Where before you felt that you had to be small, you had to be subservient, you had to be changing yourself to make other people like you. And what Spirit is saying is, do they like you for you? Or do they like you for the character that you're playing, or the role you're playing, or what you do for them? Do these people genuinely love you and like you for who you are, or are they trying to change you? For those who are having friendship issues, like you're running in circles where you have friends who you feel are trying to change you. Okay? So self-respect is first and foremost. Having people treat you the way you want to be treated is very important. Nothing less. So if at any moment you feel disrespected, 10 of Swords, 5 of Cups, King of Swords, you feel that you're not being heard, that's the wrong crowd. That's the wrong people. That's even the wrong environment. I'm hearing environment. Your surroundings. Could be where you live, who you hang out with, what you listen to. Anything that's disempowering is created to take your energy. Anything disempowering is created to have you in a weak position. That's what it does. There's no way to mince it. If you are perpetually feeling like you are being ignored, that's not powering. That's not empowering. That's actually trying to disempower you. And I'm getting Taurus, Scorpio. The signs I'm seeing here is Taurus, Scorpio, Libra. Okay, you could be a Taurus, Scorpio, Libra, especially in specific with this message here. What I'm seeing is you are going to be able to see the cracks in the foundation. I feel like there's those of you where you are willing to change. You are willing to rise to the occasion. There's a lot of you I'm seeing here where you're ready to change your life. I think that you're sick and tired of feeling like this. I really do. Okay. Tired of feeling like an option. Tired of feeling like you're disposable. Tired of feeling like you're not being heard. You're not respected. You're not being loved the way you want to be loved. And what Source is saying is you can only get the love that you really need by being around the love that you really need. You can't be around the same kind of thing, accepting the same kind of treatment, and then one day magically it's all going to change. Like, that's not how this works. So for those who feel like you've been going around and around and around and around and around, and you're doing meditations, you're doing affirmations, you're doing maybe even spells, you're doing so many things, and I'm seeing here that there's those of you where you're questioning your ability with magic. You're questioning who you are as a person. You're asking yourself, why is this not working? Why is this not working? Why is this not working? And it's because you're manifesting on the wrong soil. The soil that you're planting those seeds on is the wrong soil. I'm hearing a desert place, a desert place, a dry place, a place where no water flows, a place where it's not reciprocated. So God's not gonna have that seed blossom in a dry place. And maybe you don't see it like that because looks can be deceiving, right? Looks can be very deceiving. It's appetizing, it's mouth-watering, it looks good, but it doesn't feel good. It looks good, but it doesn't feel good. I'll say it again. It looks good, but it doesn't feel good. And that's the difference. That's the key difference, is one feels good, the other just looks good. So God is not gonna blossom a dry thing. God is not gonna have somebody run amok over you and you try to change that person. You try to change something that's not meant to be changed. That's not meant to be involved with. And so while this is happening, you know on a deeper level that you're wasting your time. You're wasting your resources. You're wasting your good love. You're wasting a lot of things because you think that you can change somebody. No, they change themselves. Anybody divine feminine that you've ever had an issue with, have you ever been able to change somebody? Was that ever your job? Let's put this into perspective here. Was it ever your job to change somebody, or was it somebody else's job to change themselves? I'm not talking about clients. I'm not talking about your kids. I'm not talking about your parent. I'm talking about a specific person. Was it ever your job to change somebody? No. But what Spirit is showing me is a lot of you that feel like this, you feel defeated, you feel betrayed, is because of exactly that. Okay? And what Spirit is saying is some people don't need your help. Some people don't want your help, in fact. And you're giving out this help. You're giving out excuses for people that would never do the same for you. And so now you're realizing that. Now you're realizing that, oh, wait, people aren't as nice as me. People aren't as forgiving as me. Because you're divine feminine. So you think that this is just people's natural nature. It's not. It's not a lot of natural people's nature to be forgiving, to see the good in everything, to want to be better people. That's not people's nature. That's not a lot of people's nature. And so if that's not somebody's nature and you're trying to change them, You can't change somebody's nature. They have to change themselves. They have to want to change for themselves. They have to want to be better for themselves. Just like if you are prospering in your life and you have certain people around you who are not prospering, you have certain people around you who are not prospering in their life, and you're trying to get them to be on your level. You're trying to get them to operate on your level. And you wonder why it's not working. You wonder why no matter what video, no matter what sermon, no matter what book, no matter what quote you give people or this person, they don't change. And then you scratch your head and wonder why. Because they have to change themselves. You don't need to be this person's hero. I don't know who this is for, but what Spirit is saying is you don't have to be this person's hero. Why don't you be your own hero? Why don't you be your own superstar of your own life? Why don't you make yourself proud like you're trying to make everybody else be proud of you? Why don't you make yourself proud? Why do you need your masculine? Why do you need your masculine to see you as a superhero? Why do you need that? Why do you need that? Why do you need a certain person or kind of person to like you? Why? Why don't you validate yourself? Why don't you love yourself instead? In true freedom, in true liberty, in true truth, wholeheartedly, unapologetically, try it. And if you say, oh, well, if I do that, I'm not going to have this person. I'm going to lose these people. Exactly. That's my point. That is exactly my point. If you actually step in your full power, you feel like you're going to lose people. You're going to disappoint certain people. You're not going to have a certain kind of person or fit in a certain way. That's the problem that Spirit is talking about. That's the exact thing that they want you to focus on is why do you need to do that? That's it right there. The validation. Could have been a third party. 3 of Cups came out. 7 of Swords. Yeah, this definitely was third party. So we have more love themes coming up here with the Page of Cups. What do you have to prove, feminine? I really want somebody here to meditate on this question. What do you have to prove? Were you raised in a way where you had to impress people, tap dancing and dance? I mean, can this go back to your childhood? Can this go back to your first boyfriend or your first girlfriend, depending upon who you are or society? I mean, who told you that? Who made you believe this was my question. I have 3 cards come out of nowhere, falling with the Page of Cups. Okay, with the Page of Cups, right? It's right there. 3 of Cups, 6 of Swords, and the 7 of Swords. These 3 came out together. Okay. So for others of you, this could have been that there was a third party, there was something like that, and you were hurt. Okay. You felt the need to get back at somebody. You felt the need to prove that you are sexually desired. You are the Empress or the Emperor. You are that person. And all the while, I bet that person doesn't even care. I bet that person's not even paying attention. And you're putting yourself on a stake. You're putting yourself in a chokehold. trying to get this person to see that you're valuable, trying to get this person to see that you're attractive, trying to get this person to see that that's useless. I feel like Spirit is saying that's the problem. Focusing on the wrong things, focusing on what this person did to you, who this person chose over you. Oh my God, this is what I'm getting. Somebody chose somebody else over you, and you're trying to see what this person looks like, or they're trying to see what you look like. Okay, it could be vice versa. Or what you do, or how you behave. Some petty game here. There's some kind of petty game here. Oh, that's what that person likes. Okay, I'm going to change this for this person, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's what she likes. Okay, I'm going to change, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's something like that going on here. I'm hearing Spirit say yes. A huge yes. Trying to get back at each other, trying to make each other jealous, trying to make somebody feel bad for how they treated you. Well, I got some news for you. They did it. Okay? They did what they did. And that's not going to change. So it's time to wake up from the illusion of needing validation. Needing approval. Needing the green light from other people to do what you want to do, be who you want to be. Period. So I feel like Divine Feminine, and what I'm seeing here is so beautiful, is once you strip away what you were told to do, who you were told to be, you are going to radiate. You're going to radiate, and you're going to magnetize, and you're going to draw people close to you on all levels, with all types of different things, friendships, romantic, business, if you're into that, whatever you really want, you're going to begin to attract these things as soon as you are honest with yourself, is what I feel here. You're going to radiate this energy of being a whole person, not half of a person, not small, not sort of kind of, like a whole strong, clear-minded person. And from that point moving forward, you're going to attract people, you're going to attract things that are for you. Because before, you were attracting things that I feel were not for you, and trying to make it work, and trying to change for it, and trying to maybe even fit in for others of you. And you had no success, you had no luck with it. And maybe you even tried to manifest, this into something that it wasn't. And it failed miserably. You realized that. And then you got mad at God. You got mad at, you got mad because you couldn't understand, why is this not going the way I want it to go? Well, because most likely you were not being honest with yourself. And so you were attracting a version of a partner or a place or thing that really wasn't for your highest good. And so Spirit did you a favor. Okay, Spirit did you a favor and got that person out of the way, or got that job out of the way, or moved you somewhere else, or showed you or made you come on this video. Could even be like that. They try to push you to calmer water. They try to put you in a place where you can see this. You could see it for what it is, and not to dismay it, not to dismiss it, not to say that, oh, it's just a figment of my imagination. Like, this is a reality. And until you get down to the nitty-gritty like that, it's going to be impossible to really attract what you really want to attract if you're not being honest. Not with other people necessarily, just with yourself, okay? So the romance angel advice says, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Positive thinking and faith will bring you the romance that you seek. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So this is where I feel you're going to be at, if not already, is you're going to be guided into a season where you are divinely guided. You are knowing who to trust, who not to trust, who to keep in your life, who not to keep in your life. It's going to become like second nature, okay? This is going to be a beautiful new beginning with the Fool card, okay? So expect powerful change. Remember, communication is key, okay? If anybody or anything in your life is not able to clearly communicate with you and be open with you, then it's a trap. It's not real, okay? If something is not just able to just be transparent, then there's some kind of trick behind that. There has to be, because then you're not going to be able to see what angle this thing is coming from, okay? If it's real, you're going to be able to see that. You're going to be able to feel that. You're going to be able to touch, taste, hear, you know, you're able to interact with it is what I'm saying. If it's not what it appears to be, you're not going to be able to do that, okay? So I want you to focus on the fact that the romance you seek, the love you seek from people and from the universe, you know, showering you with these blessings, whatever you're seeking is seeking you, okay? But you have to really be in like the right spot, the right place, the right time, alignment basically, to really enjoy the fruits of, you know, your labor in terms of work, you know, what you're putting out here, who you are. You know, you're only going to really be able to enjoy that if you're being completely whole and stand alone in truth, and you're not letting anybody, I feel, persuade you negatively is what I want to say, or anything that happens day to day get you off your path, get you off your joy, get you off your peace of mind. That's very important. Spirit is saying peace of mind is very important, because when you're chaotic in your mind, you're chaotic in your body. Okay, when you're chaotic in your mind, you're chaotic in your body. And that's how you can tell if you're really on the right path or the wrong path. How do you feel? How does your body feel, right? When you get up in the morning, do you feel low or do you feel high? You know, regardless of what's happening in the world, if you take that out of the equation, how do you feel, right? How is your day to day, you know? Off camera and on, you know, or in the workplace and out of the workplace. How do you genuinely feel should be a good indication of what you're doing and if it's working for you, okay? So if by the end of the day, let's say, for example, by the end of the day, if you feel, you know, you're buzzing and you feel like you've done the right thing, and you're seeing, you know, your hard work, or you're seeing your manifestation work, and you're seeing things work for you, then that's a good sign, okay? But if you're getting a dead end, you know, you're getting rejected, you're getting a clear no, then that's for a reason. And Spirit's just saying here, they want you to take note of this. They don't want you to keep hiding behind this, trying to twist something into what it's simply just not. They want you to be completely honest, so that they can put you in the right situations with the right people and the right energy, okay? So namaste, God bless. That is the reading. Thank you for watching. Feel free to support any way you see fit, or to keep in the loop any way you see fit, okay, by subscribing, bookmarking, liking, hearting, thumbsing up, saving to your playlist, or whatever you want to do to go back to this video, which is very helpful, okay? Have a lovely rest of your day, you all. Bye.